Good afternoon, everyone, and good morning, and welcome back to the Blind Press YouTube channel. And I'm sorry I'm a bit out of breath. Be quiet, phone. I'm trying to do a stream here. So, sorry, I was trying to get Alex all set up with a snack before the music ended, because he is exhausted from beaver camp, so he stayed home with me today. So if I end up having to only go for, if I have to only go for an hour, that's why. But I hope everyone's doing well. I do apologize that I don't have headphones on for my phone. Here, where's the pause button here? There it is. Let's see. Costin is here. Hello. Moonshock says, I would be dumbstruck if Blind Press was playing this lit up music live. That would be awesome. I wish. I hope everyone's doing well. I'm still pretty tired. I'm sure you can hear in my voice that I'm still getting over this cold, but we shall persevere, as they say, and carry on. I don't have headphones right now because I still need to buy a dongle for my phone, because Apple very nicely did not include the 3.5 millimeter dongle jack in the box with my new phone. So I have to do this without headphones on. So if you hear my phone blabbing to me in the background, that's because, yeah, I have no headphones. So I hope everyone's doing well, had a good weekend, and is ready for some interesting news. We're going to start with a Twitter video that Pink Hollow found for me. He's actually found a few of the news stories for me this morning and made sure that OBS and everything was all working smoothly. So yay, Pink Hollow! Everyone needs a Pink Hollow. Hey, Lindsay, how are you? Can't wait for this Friday. It's going to be awesome. So let's see here. We're going to play this little video that has Robert De Niro reading about Trump.
This guy has done everything possible, much worse than I ever thought, ever. The day after he was elected, I said, well, give him a chance. You never know, you'll see. But he's worse than I ever could have imagined.
I wonder, as an actor, do you ever look at the president and think he's performing, like he's playing an act or something?
In some ways, I think he is, but I think that it's, as I think some of these other pundits on Fox are too, because I can't believe that they would actually buy into this craziness.
What craziness?
This guy should not be president, period.
Why?
And when you say that, folks on Fox come after you. I remember the Tonys when you got up there and cursed. A lot of criticism of you.
Fuck him.
Okay, well, you know, this is cable,
Sorry.
so it's not an FCC violation, but it is still a Sunday morning.
Well,
I do wonder why you choose to go that way.
Let me say something.
Why do you choose to go that way?
We are at a moment in our life, in this country, where this guy is like a gangster. He's come along and he's said things, done things.
Robert, just because you've played in gangster movies doesn't mean you know actual gangsters. What the fuck just happened? Where did the video go? Oh, it took me to its actual profile. I don't want that. Fuck off. Go away. Go away. I'm trying to get the video. I just wanted to pause the video. Fuck off. So, he's... Just because he's played gangsters doesn't mean he is one and knows them. Man, this is depressing. I used to have so much respect for De Niro. Yeah, then he was in that Vaxxed movie and is talking this crap.
As I think some of these other pundits on Fox are too, because I can't believe that they would actually buy into this craziness.
But what?
This guy should not be president, period.
And when you say that, folks on Fox come after you. I remember the Tonys when you got up there and cursed. A lot of criticism of you.
Fuck 'em.
Okay, well, you know, this is cable,
Sorry.
so it's not an FCC violation, but it is still a Sunday morning.
Well,
I
we're
do wonder
at a
why you
point-
choose
Yes,
to go
Sundays.
that way.
Let me
Don't
say
swear
something.
on
Why do you
Sundays.
choose to go that way?
We are at a moment in our life, in this country, where this guy is like a gangster. He's come along and he's said things, done things we say over and over again. This is terrible. We're in a terrible situation.
No, you're not.
We're in a terrible situation. And this guy just keeps going on and on and on without being stopped.
What terrible situation are you in, sir? I'm sorry, would you like to go visit, Syria for a while and see what a real terrible situation looks like? Or are you just going to sit there and bitch that you're in a terrible situation? I come in and immediately hear fuck off. Did anyone else catch the pearl clutching gasps in the background? Yeah, I did. This is nothing more than a Trump hating circle jerk, says Lindsay. I agree. This is sad. This is very sad. And really, what has he done? What craziness that are you speaking of, Mr. De Niro? I don't understand what craziness you are referring to, sir. I really just don't get it. So let's move on past that ridiculous opener of Clown World. See, this is just me reaffirming to you all that we live in Clown World when I show you these videos. So let's move over to this news here, this article. Come on. Ugh. Put me at the bottom of the page again. You suck. You suck. Why must you put me down at the bottom of the page? That is very rude. Very, very rude. Okay, here we go. Source of Trudeau brownface photo says his only motive was public's right to know. I don't know about that. I don't know if it was only that. I mean, come on. Come on, be real. When you saw it, you were like, oh God, yes. Alright.
Ottawa, the source of a photo of Justin Trudeau appearing in brownface at a 2001 event, the first to rock the Liberal leader's re-election campaign, broke his silence Friday to say he was acting with the public's interest at heart. Michael Adamson's statement said his decision to send a yearbook containing the photo to a reporter at Time magazine was motivated solely by the belief that the Canadian public had a right to see it. Your current...
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. What do you guys think? Oh, that was a good one. Well, is this CNN anchor gay? Is this Don Lemon's husband? That's awesome, Moonshock.
The statement went on to say that Adamson has never been a member of a political party, and he did not receive any payment for providing the photograph to the American publication. The 18-year-old image of Trudeau, his face, hands and neck completely darkened by makeup while wearing an elaborate turban and robe to be made up like the character Aladdin, was taken during an Arabian Nights gala hosted by West Point Grey Academy, a private school in Vancouver where Trudeau was a teacher at the time.
Vancouver, even. Oh my. The most lefty part of the country.
FS Time published the image 1 week after the federal election campaign officially began, and described Adamson as a Vancouver businessman who was part of the West Point Grey Academy community.
Oh, really? Okay.
Adamson said in his statement that he had heard gossip about the photo because of his position in the private school community, and was able to obtain a copy of the yearbook to send to the Time reporter. The controversy around Trudeau's appearance in brownface deepened when he admitted to wearing blackface as well, and more images emerged, throwing the federal election campaign into chaos when the instances became public starting September 18th. While the conversation around the incidents themselves, and Trudeau's response to the political crisis, continued, some questioned how the initial photo had been missed by Canadian journalists and politicians, and instead found its way to an American magazine. Scrutiny turned to Adamson, who was named in the timepiece, but was not immediately reachable by journalists looking to follow up on the story.
Interesting.
Details first published in the Globe and Mail revealed Adamson was a consistent donor to private schools and other causes in Vancouver and was involved with an export company. The newspaper also reported that Adamson had a connection to one of the Time reporters responsible for publishing the photo through his son, who went to Cornell University in the United States with the Time reporter. Adamson himself donated to the Ivy League school.
Okay, so he's got a buddy. He has a newspaper buddy. He probably figured that if he gave this to Canadian journalists, they would shove it under the rug. Pincalo's right. Most people don't realize it's a perfect metaphor for the farther left you go, the more commie lefty you are. The farther east you go, the more conservative. Yep. That's exactly how that works in Canada. It's kind of funny.
Adamson's statement said he will not be making any more public comments on the issue, and asked for privacy for him and his family. This report by the Canadian Press was first published September 27th, 2019.
So, this guy says, it's only the public's right to know. I have a feeling he's not a Trudeau fan, and he had a bit of schadenfreude when he discovered this. Just be honest, dude, because most of us felt that way. Most of us felt that was kind of just desserts for him. So, I mean, I know why you don't want to publicly say that, but... So let's see, this is about the Campaigne trail in Canada, and Maxime Vernier is one of the party leaders, and he was doing an event in Hamilton this weekend, which Hamilton is about 45 minutes to an hour away from where I live, so it's Southern Ontario. And it's, I actually thought that this event got canceled because Antifa threatened to show up, but I guess it didn't, and they showed up anyway. So Maxime Vernier's Hamilton event draws demonstrators and clashes. Protesters compared those going to the discussion to Nazis. And I hope HuffPo has the video here, because if not, I think I have a story where there's the video. Come on. Where is... Where's the video? Where's the unmute button?
What is the definition of mass immigration? It's only a number. 350,000 legal immigrants a year. In 3 years, it will be 1 million people. It's the population of Nova Scotia. And 350,000 a year, every year,
Yeah.
every year. If you look at that number per capita, if you look with what
his
other
English
countries,
sucks.
how many immigrants the other countries are receiving per capita, at 350,000 a year, Canada will receive more legal immigrants than any other
And
Western
notice he's saying
societies,
legal
more than
immigrants.
the US, more than all the Western, all the European countries. So we're not anti-immigration, but we're not for mass immigration. So yes, we'll have fewer immigrants, 150,000 every year, but we'll have 50% of them will be economic immigrants, and they will help us to build this country. And our solution, we'll have a fence at the Roxham Road, just there, but instead of our RCMP officers being there and telling them, yes, you can cross illegally our border, you can come to Canada, we'll have our RCMP officer on the other side of the fence, and they will tell them, you want to come to Canada? You will come, but not here. Just cross the border over there, where everybody is crossing the border at an official port of entry, and you'll be welcome. We need more workers, people, but not only 26%. Like I said, 50% of them must be economic immigrants. So let's have that discussion, and I can tell you, I'm ready to have that discussion.
I don't know if
I'm
I
ready.
want 50% economic immigrants coming into my country, though. I don't know if I want that many economic immigrants. I want to say I hate Canada, but can't because there are too many good people there. Yeah, I feel it. I know what you mean. There was a Twitter video that I saw earlier today that was like a 25-second clip of outside of where he was speaking. So I'm gonna read this story, and then I'm going to see if I can find that video clip, because it is fucking ridiculous to watch these reeing teenage and college students just shrieking about things they don't get.
Hamilton, Ont, a protest outside an event by People's Party of Canada leader. Link, Maxime Bernier, York took a violent turn Sunday evening as demonstrators clashed with supporters and those attending, with several people led away in handcuffs.
Wait. Hold on. Hello? Oh, gotcha. Okay. Okay.
And everything. He's not talking about like Syrian economic migrants that are so poor they don't, you know what I mean? He's talking about members, like workforce members of society, people that come here wanting to work. He wants that to be
people that come here wanting to be doctors and engineers and
work, not just live off of our system.
Yeah.
Love you, bye.
Love you, bye. Sorry, I hope you guys heard that. Pincalo says he thinks Maxime means people who are coming to Canada in search of career opportunities, not economic migrants that come here seeking handouts. Pincalo said he thinks he's just having trouble vocalizing it in English, and I think that's probably right on the money. I think Pincalo's right on there. I think that's a perfect explanation.
Took a violent turn Sunday evening as demonstrators clashed with supporters and those attending, with several people led away in handcuffs. A fight broke out near the entrance of a hall at Hamilton's Mohawk College before the talk was set to begin, and police said 4 people were arrested for breach of the peace and later released. No injuries were reported.
Oh good, no injuries.
Demonstrators, some of them covering part of their faces with bandanas or balaclavas, hoisted signs that read white supremacy is terrorism and refugees welcome here as they yelled chants comparing those going inside to Nazis. A group of People's Party supporters, at least one wearing a Make America Great Again hat, occasionally shouted at the protesters from behind a barrier of police officers. Link. Bernier was also interrupted. You were at an event in Surrey, BC, last week. A scuffle breaks out before People's Party leader Maxime Bernier holds an event in Hamilton on September 29th. Image. You were visited. Link.
So that's a
Chris
picture.
/ Canadian Press. A scuffle breaks out speaking
there a
to
video?
reporters after a scuffle breaks out before People's Party leader Maxime Bernier holds an event in Hamilton on September 29th, 2019. Speaking to reporters after the Hamilton event on Sunday, Bernier said his party and his policies are misunderstood. You were for me. That was the first experience and I must admit that I didn't like it. It's not Canadian, he said of the epithets hurled by protesters.
No, it wasn't Canadian. It was...
These people didn't take time to read our platform because what they were saying, it is not who we are and who I am as a politician, so that's too bad that they didn't want to have any discussion. We cannot debate when people don't want to look at what you're saying in reality. Heading Level 3, Polarizing Event. The event, a roundtable discussion on free speech involving Bernier and American political commentator David Rubin, has proven polarizing in a city that some experts describe as a link hotbed for the far right. You are currently...
Yeah, Hamilton is a hotbed for the... Okay. Yep. Wait, the police are doing their job when it comes to dealing with these violent thugs? I'm shocked. Yeah. I was happy to see that.
Period. The school has faced criticism for allowing Bernier to rent a facility, with some accusing the institution of providing a platform for hate speech. People's Party leader Maxime Bernier left talks with American political commentator Dave Rubin in Hamilton on September 29th. Image. Visited Chris Young / People's Party. Rubin, meanwhile, tweeted earlier this week that the event had been cancelled due to threats from Antifa, stirring allegations of censorship. He later clarified the talk was still taking place. Mohawk College's president has said the school is bound by a government-mandated freedom of speech policy that requires it to provide opportunities for anyone to voice their views.
Yeah.
The event in question involves a member of a federal political party that is recognized in the national discourse, Ron McCarley tweeted earlier this month.
Of course they refuse to have a conversation because they know their ideas won't hold weight against the opposition, says Lindsay. Yep. These types of things are going to cause people to vote for the PPC. Yep. The People's Party of Canada are going to get way more votes if this keeps happening. Now, where is that stupid video? I really wish I knew where the video was. Where? What the hell? Civil War sign up is trending in Canada? What the fuck? Why is that trending in Canada? That's crazy. Where's that video? Where is that stupid video? Oh, here it is. Okay. Let me just... I know it's you, Alex. Yeah, buddy. Yes. Just a moment, sweetie. Okay? No, I'm in my office, honey. No, my office.
Mommy.
Okay. I am going to quickly pull up this video for you guys, and then I'm going to go put on a show for Alex.
Mommy can put on Bounce's dinosaur.
Yes, and then as soon as Mommy's done the show, what are we going to do? Are we going to clean the house?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
But Mommy,
Okay, I'll be right back. Go watch this rain. Let's make this go away. Shut up, screaming people. Oh, I'm sorry I had to make you guys go through that. But that's what was going on in Hamilton. They looked like toddlers having a baby fit because they were told no. They sound like toddlers throwing a baby fit because they were told no. It's really sad. And now we're going to move on to this election campaign attempt at fucking with a different party leader, Andrew Scheer. All I heard was ree. Yeah. Oh, hi, Alex. Yeah, the woman in the picture flipping the other woman off looks really mature. Yeah. So here we go. So, Andrew Scheer accused of breaking law, falsely claiming he was once an insurance broker. Scheer clarified Saturday, saying, I did receive my accreditation. I left the insurance office before the licensing process was finalized. Okay. That's valid. So that's Andrew Scheer. Oh, where's the play button? Why is this? It keeps refreshing on me. Mommy? Yes, sweetheart? All right. Hold on, guys. I apologize. Hi. Sorry about that. Pincalo just sent me a message going, the best part about that video was just before it started, Alex started making noise and then he was drowned out by the children reeing in the video. Yeah. Did you know that kids were cute, says Costin? Yeah, they can be. Okay. Here we go.
Ottawa, the Liberals are asking Saskatchewan's insurance industry watchdogs to investigate Conservative leader Andrew Scheer for allegedly falsely claiming he once worked as an insurance broker in the province. Pause.
So wait, the Liberal Party of Canada is asking a Saskatchewan insurance agency, or the watchdogs of Saskatchewan, to investigate Scheer because he said he worked as an insurance broker.
Play.
That's okay.
Biographies of Scheer posted on the Conservative Party's current website and his past MP and leadership websites have repeatedly referred to the Conservative leader as a one-time insurance broker in Saskatchewan. But the Globe and Mail reported on the weekend that it could find no evidence that Scheer ever received the accreditation necessary to practice as an insurance broker in the province.
Okay.
Scheer clarified Saturday, saying, I did receive my accreditation. I left the insurance office before the licensing process was finalized. See also.
Okay.
Link. However, in a letter Sunday, the Liberals are pointing out that it's illegal under the Saskatchewan Insurance Act for anyone without a license to act as a broker or hold himself out to be a broker. Play.
Okay.
In a letter Sunday to Saskatchewan's Superintendent of Insurance and the Chair of the Insurance Councils of Saskatchewan, which regulates the industry, Liberal MP Marco Mendicino says Scheer appears to have publicly and repeatedly misrepresented himself to Canadians by falsely claiming he was once an insurance broker in Saskatchewan. Pause.
So this is a response to, I am guessing, this is a response to Scheer reacting to Trudeau's brown face thing. That's what I'm guessing. Because they don't like what he said about Justin's brown and black face thing.
Safari busy.
Oh, come on.
Busy.
Stop it.
He provides numerous examples of Scheer being described as a one-time insurance broker. As the authorities responsible for enforcing the law and the rules, I urge you to investigate immediately and take appropriate action, Mendicino writes.
What appropriate action? Putting him in jail?
Pause.
Fining him?
Link. 145. Heading level 2. Featured stories.
So that's that story. That's the Liberal government's newest tactic on attempting to screw with Andrew Scheer. So now we're going to move on to this guy. Come on, Safari. Stop yawning, press. Okay. Bond denied for Javier Garcia, charged with terrorism in Wickfield Mall incident. Well, good. He shouldn't have bond given it to him. He should be, yeah. Okay. All the links. Okay. Come on. All right, here we go.
Chicago, CBS, the 22-year-old man accused of driving in Link sport utility vehicle into the Woodfield Mall in Schaumburg earlier this month has been charged with terrorism.
Sorry.
Link. Marissa Parr's screen name, Marper News, in Schaumburg earlier this month has been charged with terrorism.
Good. He should be charged with terrorism. Sorry. Sending Pincalo a quick message. So let's see here. Back to chat. Sorry guys, we're waiting on a tow truck to come by, and I'm trying to keep an ear out for Alex, and I didn't want to not do a show because I hadn't done it blind in the special, and I didn't do CoffeeStream pretty much all last week, so. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Link. Marissa Parr's screen link.
Oh, this is a tweet in the middle of a news story. That's awesome. Okay. Let's pop that over here. Okay, this is the most lazy journalism I've ever seen. Instead of actually writing an article, this journalist has posted her tweets. See, we've got just in. Bond and bail denied for Javier Garcia, the 22-year-old who drove an SUV into the Wickfield Mall on Friday, September 20th. He has been charged with terrorism. And then it switches over to another tweet. We learned in court today that Garcia searched Wickfield Mall 124 times, including aerial views of the mall and indoors such as Sears. This was revealed after police searched Garcia's electronics. Police said Javier Garcia, 22, Palatine, was released from a behavioral mental health facility and transferred to Stromberg police custody on September 27th. So, okay.
Garcia was charged with terrorism, which Schaumburg police confirmed is any act that causes substantial damage to any building containing 5 or more businesses of any type. Substantial damage means monetary damage greater than $100,000. He also faces a felony count of criminal damage to property. CBS Tool learned Garcia searched Woodfield Mall 124 times, including aerial views of the mall and stores including Sears. Police said an investigation revealed Garcia acted alone and a motive has not been determined.
So, yeah, this guy's just batshit crazy, I think. Why work hard when you can just cite other people and share links? Yeah. Yeah, that's a very good point, Moonshot. So they said police have no reason to believe Garcia was targeting any specific person or store within Sears or Wickfield Mall, police say in a press release. So, I think he's mentally ill, honestly. So we're going to laugh at Canada Post, which is Canada's mail service, who thinks they can park and do whatever the fuck they want. So this is an interesting... This will make Pincalo giggle if he's still watching this or listening to this. This will make him giggle. Canada Post racking up close to $1 million a year in parking fines. That's impressive. That's impressive. Come on, Safari. Come on, Safari. You can do it. All right. So many links. So many links. Oh, and Safari's going to be busy now. That's awesome. Holy links, Batman. Okay. Here we go.
A Canada Post truck is seen illegally parked in downtown Toronto
So-
on Friday, September 27th, 2019.
This picture here, this picture is all over the place. Like, Canada Post people park wherever the fuck they want. Hello, Mr. Goatman. But they park wherever they want. They park across sidewalks, they park in fire zones, they park in they don't give a shit.
11. Help button. Ignore button. Click help button. Click reopen to open the application. Bold 13. User notify audio MIDI. Play
Oh.
help. Ignore button. Report button. Reopen button.
Yes, reopen, please.
Press Safari. Safari.
We don't need
A
audio
Canada
MIDI
audio
sit up
Vertical
crashing.
splitter.
Okay,
You are currently
go
on the
away.
vertical splitter.
Go away, audio MIDI setup.
Safari.
I don't
End
want
of
to
eight.
touch anything that Pincalo has done. Oh,
A
come
Canada
on.
Post. End of a Canada Post truck is
Okay.
seen illegally. Toronto, Canada Post is racking up close to $1 million annually in parking tickets as drivers struggle to navigate increasingly congested city streets. Data show.
Oh yeah, it's the congestion.
Pause.
It's not the fact that Canada Post drivers are notoriously flagrant and disobedient of the law. That they go, we're a crown corporation, so we can do whatever the fuck we want. We're a public service, so we can do whatever the fuck we want.
Play.
She only gets Safari to read stuff, only for it to pause her. Oh, yep. Hey, Maddie.
The information, obtained by the Canadian press through Freedom of Information requests, indicates the bulk of the citations are in and around Toronto. Pause.
Yeah, I X to doubt. I think it's all across the country.
Advertising. Safari.
Ugh. Safari.
Busy.
Work, motherfucker.
Frame for- Link. In Read invented by TEDs, to meet the needs of Canadians, our employees have to routinely park their vehicles, said Canada Post spokesman John Hamilton, with the concentration of addresses in urban downtown cores and a rising demand for pickups and deliveries. This can cause challenges, not just for Canada Post but for all delivery companies. Pause.
Yeah, Pincalo never parks illegally, so I want to hear your... Well, he doesn't drive a giant truck, but still, I want to know your reason for being shitty parkers even before, gentrification and all this stuff. What
Data show the Crown Corporation has paid out almost $7.5 million in parking fines over the past decade. The worst year was in 2016 with $943,293 paid, slightly more than last year's $914,831, and almost quadruple the $289,908 recorded in 2009.
Jesus.
Under the Federal Canada Post Act, the corporation has, with some exceptions, the sole and exclusive privilege of collecting, transmitting and delivering letters to the addressee thereof within Canada. The corporation has a fleet of almost 13,000 vehicles that delivered close to 8 billion pieces of mail last year. Eric Holmes, a spokesman for the City of Toronto, said mailbox placements are approved with the general preference they not be placed along high-volume streets. Illegally parking, stopping, or standing a vehicle is dangerous for pedestrians, cyclists and other motorists and creates congestion, Holmes said. Enforcement of parking violations is one way the City of Toronto helps deter this behavior. Hamilton said the corporation was an active participant in partnerships with Toronto, Montreal and Vancouver that aim to ease congestion, especially in downtown cores and along major access routes. We also review our operations to make changes, such as adjusting pickup and delivery times, where possible, Hamilton said. It's a bigger discussion than simply designating more delivery zones.
Yeah.
Overall, the fines are barely a rounding error for Canada Post, which lost $270 million last year on revenue of $6.6 billion, 3/4 of the corporation's total revenues. The company initially refused a June 2016 request for the ticket data, citing commercial sensitivity. It relented in June after belated intervention from the Information Commissioner and released the total value of tickets by region paid from 2009 until mid-2016. Asked for updated figures, the country's largest retail network insisted on receiving a new formal access to information request before providing them.
Interesting. Interesting. So they don't want to own up to it. I gotcha. Let's see here. Let's do... So it's all regions of Canada show ticketing. So it's all across the country. There is no preferential treatment. There's no preferential treatment for Canada Post, says a police sergeant. Yeah, exactly. So what we're going to do is we are going to look at our science article now, and I am going to head upstairs and go take care of Alex and clean the house. So we'll go back to our full hour and a half tomorrow when Alex is back to school. So we'll end with this sciencey article to end out the day, as we have started doing in the past few weeks. A lost continent has been found under Europe. That's pretty cool. So let's see, this was posted 7 o'clock September 23rd, so it's a few days old, but still, I think it's pretty cool.
Researchers have discovered a hidden continent on Earth, but it's not Atlantis. They found it while reconstructing the evolution of Mediterranean region's complex geology, which rises with mountain ranges and dips with seas from Spain to Iran.
There are many hidden continents on Earth. It's called subduction, you retard. The continental plates just go underneath and the new ones come up. So, Pangaea's down there somewhere. Not the Pangaea broke up. That's a bad example. Like continents, like when it was Gondwana, when Gondwana was, what South America is. That's under the continental plate somewhere. They don't just fall off the planet. They're still on the planet. They're still hidden continents. This isn't special to Europe. It's not like, oh, look at Europe, it has a continent underneath it. No, well, all continents have continents underneath them.
The continent is called Greater Adria. It's the size of Greenland and it broke off from North Africa, only to be buried under southern Europe about 140 million years ago. And chances are, you've been there without even knowing it. In 2017, a lost continent was found under Mauritius as well. CNN. You are currently at the bottom of the Indian Ocean. A research team found pieces of an ancient continent. It contains rocks up to 3.6 billion years old, according to the University of the Witwatersrand. Published at Zero Video Player Group. Play video button.
What's this video about?
End of video. Forget Atlantis, said. Link. Van Hinsbergen. Study author and professor of global tectonics and paleogeography at Utrecht University. Without realizing it, vast numbers of tourists spend their holiday each year on the lost continent of Greater Adria. The study was published this month in the journal. Link. Gondwana Research. Europe. Period. Researching the evolution of mountain ranges can show the evolution of continents.
Yes, it can.
Most mountain chains that we investigated originated from a single continent that separated from North Africa more than 200 million years ago, said Van Hinsbergen. The only remaining part of this continent is a strip that runs from Turin via the Adriatic Sea to the heel of the boot that forms Italy. This area is called Adria by geologists, so the researchers for this study refer to the previously undiscovered continent as Greater Adria.
Okay.
In the Mediterranean region, geologists have a different understanding of plate tectonics. Plate tectonics are the theory behind how oceans and continents form, and for other parts of the Earth, that theory suggests that the plates don't deform when they move alongside each other in areas with large fault lines. But Turkey, and the Mediterranean, is entirely different. It is quite simply a geological mess. Everything is curved, broken and stacked, said Van Hinsbergen. Compared to this, the Himalayas, for example, represent a rather simple system. There you can follow several large fault lines across a distance of more than 2,000 kilometers.
Okay.
In the case of Greater Adria, most of it was underwater, covered by shallow seas, coral reefs and sediments. The sediments formed rocks and those were scraped off like barnacles when Greater Adria was forced under the mantle of southern Europe. Those scrapped rocks became mountain ranges in these areas: the Alps, the Apennines, the Balkans, Greece and Turkey.
Okay. Fascinating. See, it proves the Earth is flat. Oh, goat man.
Subduction, the plunging of one plate under the other, is the basic way in which mountain chains are formed, said Van Hinsbergen. Our research provided a large number of insights, also about volcanism and earthquakes, that we are already applying elsewhere. You can even predict, to a certain extent, what a given area will look like in the far future. Reconstructing this evolutionary look at mountain ranges in the Mediterranean required collaboration because it covers more than 30 countries, each with their own geological survey, maps and pre-existing ideas about how things formed, the researchers said. Using plate tectonic reconstruction software, the researchers literally peeled back layers to go back in time when continents appeared much different from the map we know today.
Okay.
The researchers found that Greater Adria started to become its own continent about 240 million years ago during the Triassic period.
Huh.
You are currently, from this mapping emerged the picture of Greater Adria, and several smaller continental blocks too, which now form parts of Romania, North Turkey or Armenia, for example, said Van Hinsbergen. The deformed remnants of the top few kilometers of the lost continent can still be seen in the mountain ranges. The rest of the piece of continental plate, which was about 100 kilometers thick, plunged under southern Europe into the Earth's mantle, where we can still trace it with seismic waves up to a depth of 1,500 kilometers.
Wow.
This isn't the first time a lost continent has been found. In January 2017, researchers announced the discovery of a lost continent left over from the supercontinent Gondwana, which began breaking apart 200 million years ago. The leftover piece, which was covered in lava, is now, you are currently link, under Mauritius, an island in the Indian Ocean.
Okay.
And in September 2017, a different research team found the lost continent of Link, Zealandia. Through ocean drilling in the South Pacific, it's 2/3 of a mile beneath the sea.
Huh.
Greater Adria isn't the first lost continent to be found, but if research in past years shows anything, it likely won't be the last discovery.
That's pretty cool.
Copyright 2000.
I love ending with science. Because I'm such a big nerd. Science has always been super fun for me to, you know, to just to learn about and to, well, to just experience. Different kinds of science, like space or geology, sometimes biology, like viruses and stuff. That kind of stuff really fascinates me. So I really hope that you guys like that, like the science type of articles that I like to throw in at the end there as a fun little break to the madness. But like I said, guys, I'm going to keep this at an hour today just because I do have Alex home. I'm going to be back to the full 90 minutes tomorrow, so be sure to come back for that. We'll have a good time. And of course, Wednesdays with Skep will be on Wednesday at the normal time, 12 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Central. I hope you guys had a good time listening, and I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your Monday. Thank you so much for watching and hanging out with me, and I will see you tomorrow.